Good morning, honored guests, members of the Wellington faculty and staff, Board of Trustees, families, students, alumni, and friends, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Wellington School Class of 2025. We gather today in a moment of joyous celebration of the many accomplishments already achieved by this remarkable group of students, and the many still to come as they embark on bright futures. Let us begin by welcoming the a cappella group for the singing of our national anthem, Please Rise.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Class of 2025, please stay standing. The rest of you may be seated. Seniors, I'm going to ask that you turn around and face those who are gathered here today. I want you to look at your families, your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your mentors, and all of the people who are here today for one reason, and that's you. These are the people who invest in you, who support you, who want you to succeed, and who believe in you with their whole hearts. Class of 2025, can you please give your loved ones a round of applause to recognize them? Thank you. And now I'd like to ask you to turn back around and face your faculty and staff. These educators have been partners to your families in this village of raising critical thinkers, engaged citizens, and wonderful humans. The care that each and every one of these mentors has poured into you is unparalleled. Let us all applaud our dedicated, tireless, and joyful Wellington educators. Okay, seniors, you may be seated. On behalf of all of us at Wellington, it is my distinct honor to offer congratulations on the successful completion of your high school years. As individuals and as a collective group, you are truly outstanding, and you have a special place in my heart, being the first senior class I get to see graduate. I am so grateful for the time we have spent together this year, your insights about the school, your passion for your education, and your genuine desire to lead us in evolving responsibly have been exemplary. You have shown us what it means to lead with spirit, intelligence, creativity, and kindness. Thank you for your wisdom and for your heart. So here we are, commencement. When something commences, it begins. So this moment is not an ending, rather, it is an exhilarating beginning. This moment, your commencement, is your invitation to lean into every future task and experience with the same dauntless abandon you have brought to your education here at Wellington. When starting anything, setting intentions is critical. So in this moment, I ask you to consider, what are your intentions for this new beginning, for this commencement? This is, of course, a huge question and one we won't get to the bottom of today, but I want to share with you that I believe the pathway to the answer is etched in Wellington's mission and values. Aspire to find your purpose and always work towards your potential. Be curious, be yourself, be ambitious, be empathetic, and be responsible. Be good and be generous with that goodness. At your senior dinner on Wednesday, your chosen faculty speaker, Mrs. Cornett, shared words from her favorite president, Theodore Roosevelt. She and I did not coordinate this, but I had already intended to share words with you today from one of my favorite American first ladies, Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, you historians out there know that Eleanor Roosevelt was not Teddy Roosevelt's wife, but rather his niece. That made it somewhat unusual when she went on to marry someone else with her same last name, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But don't worry, connecting them on a family tree requires going back to the 1400s. So it's safe to say that was not the source of any great family controversy. But Eleanor Roosevelt was, of course, the longest-serving First Lady in our country's history and greatly influenced the scope of the role as a public servant. Eleanor Roosevelt was also a fierce advocate for education and school improvement. She believed the primary goal of education was more than the simple acquisition of knowledge and facts. She said the goal of schools should be, and I quote, to give children a desire to learn and to teach them how to use their minds and where to go to acquire facts when their curiosity is aroused. Sound familiar? That is, of course, precisely what we aspire to do here at Wellington. Seniors, Wellington has taught you how to learn. We have done our very best to show you how to think, not what to think. We have equipped you with the habits of mind, critical inquiry, open-mindedness, intellectual discipline that will serve you wherever you go next. We have taught you how to pursue curiosity, how to ask thoughtful questions, how to express yourself clearly, how to empathize with others, take perspective, and how to engage with one another in ways that seek to arrive at conclusions rather than starting from them. We believe in small classes and big ideas. We believe it is essential that each of you has grown within a community in which you are seen, known, and celebrated. Back to Eleanor Roosevelt, in one of her later reflections on a life well lived, she wrote the following: "For our own success to be real, it must contribute to the success of others." This, too, is the Wellington way. You seniors understand that leading means uplifting others whenever and wherever you can. Many of the quotations your class selected for your yearbook pages emphasize precisely this point. And one of you shared an inspiring line from a great heart and mind right here at Wellington, Coach Artie Taylor, who says, "You got to share the love." At Wellington, we fight to share the love. We fight to contribute to the success of others. And we fight to find our purpose, to chase ever towards our potential, and to lead lives of significance. Our graduation speaker today, Ken Ackerman, is an embodiment of this. He was one of Wellington's founders, and he never stopped engaging with the school, seeing it through chapters in which its success was far from certain. Mr. Ackerman has stayed connected and curious, deeply committed to making sure generations of dedicated students can soar at this school. I know that seeing all of you today and hearing about all you have achieved and learned in this community must be tremendously gratifying for him. Mr. Ackerman found part of his life's purpose in this school, and he has helped us in reaching our potential, and that is a life of significance. So, class of 2025, the world does not need you to be perfect. It needs you to be principled and poised, and to find your purpose as you contribute to the success and well-being of others. In the coming years, I hope you look for what lights you up, for what gives you purpose. Many of you have found that already, and it's okay if you haven't yet. When you do find it, chase it, build on it, challenge it, define it, redefine it, and enjoy it. What will separate you from others is your tenacity of purpose and your willingness to engage with every opportunity to learn that comes your way. In the coming years, I hope you are reasoned in regard for grades. Do well in college, yes, but know that success is more than GPA. College is your opportunity to lean further into how to think, how to connect, and how to contribute. Treasure the relationships that you build and set intentions around skills you wish to develop. But don't reduce these grand pursuits to chasing after numbers on a transcript. In the coming years, I hope you embrace the twists and turns and understand that the path towards success is never linear. Make the best decisions you can with the information you have. If the road curves, forgive yourself and forgive others, and keep going. Growth rarely follows a straight line, but do your best to avoid steps backward. Make healthy choices for your body, for your mind. Safeguard your attention, and ask for help whenever you need it. We are always here for you if you need it. And I am sure we will have many generative conversations about the twists and turns in your path at your 10th and 15th and 20th reunions, as such detours make for great stories. In the coming years, I hope you will be marigolds. Surround yourself with people who help you grow and who make you feel more like yourself, not less. And be that person for others too. For our own success to be real, it must contribute to the success of others, and you gotta share the love. In the coming years, I hope you remember where you came from. Carry Wellington with you. This school, our shared values, and the network you built here are part of your story now. Don't leave them behind. They have the power to nourish you for years and years to come. And finally, in the coming years, I hope you continue to keep your word. Your word is one of the most sacred things you have. I want you to treasure it and preserve it. If you have to break your word, do it with care, thought, and humility. So speaking of keeping our word, it is my turn. I must keep my word to a group of students with whom I made a friendly wager that included a commitment to mentioning them in my remarks today. So to my Wednesday dress-up crew, my leap day sartorial geniuses, could you please wave so everyone knows who you are? There we go. These gentlemen made Wednesdays feel like the Met Gala. And here you are being mentioned in my remarks, just as we agreed. So, class of 2025, we are so going to miss you. We cherish the time we have shared. We are always going to be your home, your Wellington, here for you with open arms when you return. And now it is your responsibility to bring your Wellington education to the world with you. Your teachers and I, your entire Wellington community, will be cheering you on with our deepest admiration, our enduring support, and our complete confidence in your ability to live lives of great and real success in the Wellington way. Congratulations, class of 2025, and go Jags. So each year, Wellington acknowledges the lifers, those students who have been attending Wellington since pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, or first grade. The class of 2025 has 10 lifers. And in honor of this unique dedication to the school, these students were given blue honor cords at the senior dinner on Wednesday evening to designate their lifer status. Would the following students and their parents please rise? Sabrina Bong, Isaac Brady, Catherine Cartmel, Pierre Cruz, Hannah Guffrey, Maxwell Johnson, Cone Kwok, Donovan Okasik, Stephen Rosen, and Kai Rosmerick. Thank you for the commitment your longevity represents. I believe I now hand it over to Rishi Raghunathan.
Thank you. I'm Rishi Raghunathan, head of Upper School. It is my privilege to introduce Finn Wheeler, who is the music award winner, and David McMahon will be accompanying him on the piano. Finn will perform Lament by J.J. Johnson.
Good morning, Wellington seniors. Let me try that again. Good morning, Wellington seniors. Good morning. Before getting into my remarks, I want to tell you that I was hoodwinked, and I accepted this assignment thinking that I was giving a talk in a smaller room for just you guys and gals. And so when I got here yesterday for a microphone check, I said, that looks like too many seats for the Wellington senior class, which was the first time I knew that I was engaged in this exercise. I threatened to throw away the speech and write a new one, but of course there wasn't time to do that. So congratulations, Wellington seniors. This talk is for you. If the other people want to listen in, you're all welcome. When my father told me that never again in my life would I be as smart as in my senior year in high school, I didn't believe him. Perhaps I was skeptical of almost everything presented by parents. And it was only years later that I realized how accurate my dad's prediction could be. Now imagine a high school senior at an all-male military academy developing a passionate romance with a faculty daughter, one of the very few females visible on the grounds of a small Indiana campus. And now, decades later, I still feel engaged with that school, more engaged than I feel toward the college or the grad school that I attended that followed that. Not because I dislike the later student experiences, just because the senior class in high school was more fun. But surely you must be thinking that in a few days, you seniors will be out of here. And if you choose, you may never come back. Whether you are disengaged or engaged with Wellington is strictly up to you. So let's look at the consequences of engagement or the lack of it. Back in the 1850s, a small college opened in Western Ohio. Its first president had an international reputation for educational innovation, as well as inclusion of women and minorities, which was a rare thing in the 1850s. Unlike most colleges east of the Mississippi, it had no affiliation with any church. It was a totally independent school and had no support from state government or any other government. The school enjoyed a well-deserved reputation for quality education, and it was supported by two world-famous inventors from a nearby city. In fact, its science hall has a plaque, and at the bottom is the name of Charles Kettering, and on the plaque it says, this is a place to work in, not a monument to anybody. Its graduates seemed to do well. But then in 2008, this college shut down because it was insolvent. While the school reopened a few years later, it has never regained the prestige it enjoyed during its heyday. There's one logical explanation for what happened. The alumni of this college were no longer engaged, and they were therefore unwilling to provide the financial support needed for the school to carry on. There's a similar example with Uppsala, a Lutheran college in East Orange, New Jersey. For a time, its president was Robert Karsten, former provost at Capital University and also past chairman of the board here at Wellington. Karsten left Columbus for New Jersey to take over the presidency of Uppsala, and then he subsequently resigned from that position months before the college was closed for insolvency. The New Jersey situation was different because there were community problems that were too much for management to handle. The Lutheran Church withdrew its support, and efforts to secure financing from the state of New Jersey were unsuccessful. The college closed because everyone around it had lost confidence in its ability to survive. But this is a day to celebrate. So let's move away from these sad cases of disengagement and consider some success stories. In the summer of 1979, a group of local executives met to consider the development of a new college prep school. None of us had any experience with this, but we agreed on three things. The school had to be co-educational because our competitors were single-sex. We had to be independent, that is, with no religious affiliation. And finally, we needed a location in another part of Franklin County because our competitors were in the east end of Columbus. Success was certainly not guaranteed, and our early years saw errors as well as progress. And it's doubtful if any of us imagined where Wellington would be today. There's one thing that should be remembered about that effort. While none of us were experienced or even properly aware of the challenges involved, we did have a clear vision of what the result should be. In other words, we knew what the finished product should look like. Happily, the finished product today exceeds my expectation, and I think that of all the founders. In 1636, just 16 years after the arrival of the Mayflower, the governor and company of the Massachusetts Bay established a college in the Boston suburb of Cambridge in order to ensure that future members of the clergy were more educated than their congregation. Today, Harvard College is one of the wealthiest institutions on the planet, no longer just a college to train preachers, but a conglomerate with 2 undergraduate colleges plus a collection of grad schools in law, medicine, business, public affairs, and probably a few other things. Incidentally, Mr. Harvard, who got his name on there, wasn't an education leader or even involved. He was just the first guy to write a big check to start the school. A hallmark of its success is the fact that for nearly 4 centuries, most of its alumni have remained engaged with their school. And I think we're seeing some examples of that on the news as recently as this morning. At Hanover in western New Hampshire, a smaller school named Dartmouth is noted not just for the size of its endowment, but for the fierce dedication of its alumni. In New Jersey, Princeton University enjoys a similar record of prosperity and fanatical alumni. These 3 Eastern universities enjoy huge endowments. First, because they've been around for a long time, and second, because their alumni are deeply engaged. So what does it take for a school alumni to be engaged? At Dartmouth, it might be a winter carnival that provides entertainment for alumni as well as students. At Princeton, it's an elaborate reunion where alumni dress up in significant uniforms and enjoy several days of strenuous fellowship. I could use other adjectives, but I won't. A close look at the alumni magazines of these schools shows that a few of the alumni are now aged in triple digits, but they still remain enthusiastically engaged. Okay, so why is this important in a time when you are celebrating your ability to be no more involved with Wellington than you would like to be? Just this. The future of Wellington School depends largely on its ability to keep its customers engaged. In the case of a school, the customers are the students, their parents, the alumni, and perhaps a few friends. While this 40-year-old institution called Wellington will not soon enjoy the endowment of a size of the colleges I just described, the future of this school depends largely on engagement. You will stay involved only if you care about the future of Wellington. The future of this school is really up to you. Happy graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Ackerman. Each year, the seniors choose a member of their class to be the class speaker. It is my pleasure to welcome this year's class speaker, Isaac Brady.
Thank you, Mr. R. And thank you to the caring families, dedicated faculty, reliable administrators, and of course the inspiring graduates who made my experience at Wellington remarkable. My name is Isaac Brady, and I'm honored to be standing here today to represent the class of 2025 as our elected speaker. As previously mentioned, it's a great honor to be selected, no, trusted by the class of 2025 to speak on the stage. I say trusted because this is no simple task. I could spend this time convincing you all that the movie Cars is a cinematic masterpiece with no flaws, telling you about the very important differences between whole and refined grains, but alas, I have a whole graduating class to talk about instead. I will admit, when putting this speech together, I wasn't sure how I was going to talk about all these ridiculously talented graduates, despite there being only 42 of us. Not to toot our own horns, but we're a class of empaths, athletes, innovators, academics, advocates, artists, and heck, we basically ran the entire theater program. What I'm trying to say is that this is a special group of people, and their impact on the Wellington community will reverberate for a very long time. Over the years, I've been tasked with speaking at a multitude of Wellington events, and the process was never really something that worried me. It was simple. I would write the speech a day or two before, sometimes ask Shivam for help, print it out, and then say what I had to say. But being up here, this was different. It was still a speech, but I would be doing it for something as monumental as graduation, and that gave me goosebumps. I didn't know what I was supposed to say or how I was supposed to say it. I mean, who am I to give you all advice if I don't even know what advice to give myself? While suffering from the most inconvenient and untimely case of writer's block, I decided to look back on a letter I wrote to myself at the beginning of my 9th grade year. The first thing I noticed was that my handwriting back then was better than it is now. As concerning as that revelation was, though, it was not the main thing I took away from the letter. I realized how despondent I was back then and how little faith I had in the future. I was definitely a pessimist at times, and if you don't believe me, I'll simply recite my own words from that letter. I said, and I quote, "One of my main goals is to become the student body president. However, it is likely I may not achieve it." Ironic. I continued on by saying, "I hope prom went well. I assume it can go downhill fast, so I hope you survived." And the question is, what exactly did I think prom entailed? I think it's safe to say I couldn't have been more wrong. I did what I thought was highly improbable. I became student body president for 2 terms, and I survived not just 1, but 2 proms. But how? I still don't know the answer yet myself. But to solve my advice problem, I figured I should share some words of wisdom on how to find confidence in yourself and in your work. Most of us can figure out who we are, but being confident and self-assured is easier said than done. And I like to think that this lack of self-esteem is something like a curtain in front of an actor on a stage. If you can't value what makes you special, then how is anyone else supposed to see all you have? How can the actor perform if there's a curtain blocking them? So obviously, you have to raise the curtain and have the courage to face the audience with your true self. Luckily, I see this conviction all the time in this community, this class even. While Asher has never been able to consistently best me when we go 1v1, he still has the vigor and passion to go at any defender who stands in his way on the soccer pitch. I can't help but notice Grant's snazzy belt that complements his cool-headedness when he struts into a faculty meeting to pitch his ideas. I've seen mural after mural be installed in the school under the leadership of Leah, and undeniably, we've all been moved by Finn's soulful playing on his trombone when he's in that zone. Everyone in this class is capable of being their confident self, of lifting that curtain, because I see it all the time. But we might not be able to lift some curtains alone. They could be too heavy, and we might not have the strength. Despite the seemingly huge obstacle, one of the best parts of going to a place like Wellington is that people will always be there to help lift that heavy curtain. For example, I've witnessed a crowd of spectators push Charlie to complete his mission to eat those 10 plates of chicken tikka masala. I've been inside a fully packed guard gym with everyone cheering until they lost their voices as Elodie edged closer and closer to 1,000 points. And even Mr. Glover would walk up to me at morning meetings to hand me a piece of paper with his unmistakable scribbly handwriting, reminding me of some important announcements I forgot to make. The point is, our community has helped us find our strength and our true selves, and now it's up to us to find new ones that push us to live our most authentic lives. I sincerely hope that my long-winded curtain analogy landed better than my morning meeting jokes, but in the unlikely case that it didn't, I'll just speak plainly. Yes, it's true that nothing in life is given to you, but conversely, nothing is unattainable. Sometimes you just have to take a risk and trust the years of hard work and dedication that have led you to this very moment today. I implore you all to face every obstacle with the spirit of a true jaguar. Pounce on any and all opportunities, embrace and learn from every mistake you make, expect the unexpected, and have nothing but confidence in yourself and in your peers. Don't ask if you are ready for the world. Ask yourself if the world is ready for you. Finally, I want to express my gratitude one last time. Thank you to the faculty for putting your heart and soul into every student that enters this building. Thank you to all the parents who have sacrificed so much to get us to this moment. Thank you to all the alumni who have given me people to look up to. Thank you to all the other students in the school for putting your faith in me. And thank you to the class of 2025 for giving me a reason to get up every morning and showing me how to be a part of something much bigger than myself. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the day, and happy graduation.
Is the world ready for you? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you. This is a remarkable class, a mighty class. And when we think about Wellington and the opportunities that are present at Wellington as academics, as athletes, as artists, these are these children. They are multi-dimensional human beings who will make an impact on this world. Good morning, everyone. Class of 2025, I struggled to write this speech. For you, I wanted my last remarks to be special and meaningful. I'll start by offering my gratitude to your parents and your caregivers. Your success is their success. Every late-night conversation, every ride to school, every word of encouragement, they have been with you the whole way. We all stand on the shoulders of giants, and we are so thankful that your families made the choice to send you to Wellington. Each of you carries the strength of those who lifted you. You are the embodiment of your family's hopes and dreams and the result of their love. And now, as you take this next step, you get to shape the world around you with the same intention and care. This world is ready for you. To our teachers, thank you for your dedication, your passion, your unwavering commitment to our students. You have gone above and beyond to nurture their curiosity, authenticity, empathy, ambition, and responsibility, the very core of Wellington's mission. Your efforts have created a rigorous, challenging, supportive, and inspiring environment that has allowed our students to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Your guidance and mentorship have shaped them into the remarkable individuals that we have here today. This partnership made this possible. Class of 2025, I want you to know how much I love you. I don't say that lightly. There's something about you, the way you've carried yourselves, and how you have cared for each other, how you've met this world with curiosity, ambition. You've taught me as much as I could have ever taught you. As you prepare your next steps, I offer you 3 things. This is my last morning meeting. 3 things I hope you'll carry with you. It's not a checklist. It's not a life plan. 3 steady truths that I believe that will guide you in college, far and beyond. Engagement, responsibility, and joy. First, engagement. College will give you more freedom than you've ever had and more chances to coast. I want you to remember this. Presence is power. The most important thing that you can do is show up, not just physically, but emotionally, intellectually, and relationally. Be curious in class. Say yes to late night conversations. Ask your professors real questions. You do that here. Join the weird club. Sit in the front row of something even if you totally don't get it. You are never too cool to care. That's why the rest of the school loves you so much. And when you care deeply, you engage. You start to build a life that has meaning. It's built on effort, on attention, on choosing to be there fully. Second, responsibility. Not the kind that shows up in a syllabus or a job description, but the kind that shows up when no one is grading you. Being responsible in college isn't about being perfect. It's about owning your impact. You are responsible for the energy that you bring into the room, for how you show up in conflict, for how you show up in learning, for your own growth. No one else will hand that to you. Right, Isaac? You have to claim it. And when things will get hard, I assure you, they will, don't disappear. Don't ghost the people who care about you. Ask for help. Speak your truth. Begin again. That too is responsibility. Finally, joy. Please don't wait for everything to be figured out before you let yourself be joyful. You have been joyful here. The world needs that. Joy isn't the reward for doing life right. It is fuel for the journey. Seek out the things that make you come alive. Friends who make you laugh so hard it hurts. Classes that leave your brain buzzing. Professors who push you to see the world differently. Choose a club that has nothing to do with your major. Start a pickup soccer game. Volunteer on a Saturday. Get into a deep conversation that lasts till 2 a.m. Eat the midnight waffles. Walk home under the streetlights. Let it all matter. You are allowed to love your life even when it's messy, especially when it's messy. Joy is not frivolous. It's a survival skill. It's what will keep you human in places that might try to reduce you to a resume or a GPA. So here's what I want to leave you with. Engage. Be fully present. Take responsibility for your learning, for your choices, for your growth. Choose joy again and again and again. The world you are walking into needs people who care, who are grounded, who know how to delight even in the tension. That's you. That's who you have been here as long as you've been here. You already have everything you need, and we can't wait to see what you'll do with it. Class of 2025, we love you. Congratulations. Mr. Croft, we're ready for you. This is what everyone came for. Ms. McLaren, Mr. Croft, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, parents, alumni, guests, friends, it is my distinct privilege to present to you for graduation the members of the Wellington School Class of 2025. Yeah, come on. Before we start, we're going to take a moment to recognize Grace Haney, who could not attend today's celebration. It is a tradition at Wellington for faculty, administrators, current and former trustees, and founders to be invited to present the diploma to their graduate. We ask these individuals to accompany their graduate to the stage. Students, once your name is called, please come up on stage to receive your diploma. Catherine Grace Armitage. Sabrina Yin-Fei Lee Bong. Max Levy Boster. Isaac Thomas Brady. Ross Andrew Braswell. Michael Alexander Brello. Catherine Se-Young Cartmel. Milo Daz Cheslock. Pierre Fong Imber Cruz. Tyla Mary DeBose. Noah Matthew Ehlers. Hannah Guffrey. Jonah James Hunter. Kira Jean Hunter. Maxwell Benjamin Johnson. I love these kids. Sigal Avra Judd. Shivam Raman Kalyanam. Hashrith Kisani. Hush, I messed it up. I told you my brain can't compute. I was explained what YOLO was yesterday. Catherine Claire Christel. Cohen Jack Kwok. Charles Aiden Lanning. Graciela Sahar Leahy. John Benjamin McCarthy. Nyla Nicole Meeker. Nectarios Ioannis Guma Mihailidis. Donovan George Okasik. Cameron Robert Pettit. Stephen Abbott Rosen. Kaikane Theodore Rosmerick. Ishana Pabodini Samaranayaka. Isabel Layla Shahab. Asher James Snyderman. Lauren Gill Sodi. Grant Vincent Spurko. Jaden Kendall Talbert Board. I told her she had to acknowledge you. That wasn't a choice. Leah Maria Isabel Tawes. Lily Ann Elizabeth Vance. Oh. Malcolm Delane Wade. Elodie Grace Ware. Finnegan Wilson Wheeler. Andrew J. Westman. Say again. Graduates, please rise. Go! We have one final act before you become a Wellington alumni. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your cap. Go ahead, turn around, look at your people. It is my honor to present to you the Wellington graduating class of 2025. Graduates, would you kindly return to your spots? We still have a little bit more formality before I let you go away. This has been an absolutely joyful day. Thank you to the Wellington a cappella group for the anthem. One more time to Finn Wheeler and Dave McMahon. I hope you take Mr. Ackerman's word to heart. You choose to be engaged, so please be engaged with us. Thank you, Mr. Ackerman. Eliza, congratulations. This is your first graduation at Wellington, so you made it. All we have left is the Wellington alma mater. Students and families, at this time, please rise and join senior class representatives in singing the Wellington alma mater. Please welcome to the stage Nectarios, Cohen, and Graciela, who will lead us in the alma mater. Isaac, where are you? You asked the question, is the world ready for you? I say, yes, they are. Once again, I present to you Wellington Class of 2025. Congratulations. After the recessional, parents and guests, please join us in the reception in the Tomless Family Dining Room, including a photo booth in the Dorschlag Den, which is a gift from the Alumni Association to the class of 2025. So audience, please remain while we begin the recessional.